We're gonna juice all of these. We're gonna make a nice juice for immunity today. Starting with some orange, lemons, and some apples. And then also, guys, I have 2 mangoes that we're just eating. We're not juicing these today, guys. I have a pineapple that we're not juicing today because it's not ready. But we will make a nice immunity juice today. Very nice immunity juice. I have about 6 cut up green apples, and we're gonna do a green apple and orange. We're gonna do about three of these huge orange, 3 of these. You guys wanna see me juggle? Okay, I think I can do this. These are really big though. Oh, go, go, go. Okay, anyway, that's enough. 2 lemons and 3 oranges. Make sure your fruit is washed off. We're not gonna peel the lemons, we are gonna peel the oranges, but let's get these green apples started. My oranges peel right now, but we're almost full on the apple juice, so I'm gonna close this off. And most people strain. Sometimes you can strain your juice. You can just run it through a strainer. I won't be doing that today because I honestly don't mind the extra pulp, but I do recommend that you have one of those handy whenever you are juicing, just a regular strainer. I recommend it. Especially for big batches, or if you're making the juice for someone else, get one of those strainers so that you can strain out the pulp. For me, I'm not going to do that. The fibers that pass through the apples are turning, so you want to be mindful of that. I'm going to get the rest of these apples juiced up, and then we're gonna start throwing in our oranges after. I'm using 4 medium-sized oranges, 6 apples, and then 2 lemons. The lemons I'm going to keep the skin on. Okay guys, so I actually wound up passing that through a strainer, and it actually reduced it by a lot. I passed it through a strainer because my juicer is just allowing a lot of pulp to pass through. Normally it doesn't do that. I'm not sure. I gotta see if normally it doesn't do that, so I don't know. But it's allowing a lot of pulp to pass through. So I put it through guys, if you want to stop it from browning, you can add the lemons first because the lemons will stop it from turning this brown color. But it's all really the same thing. So I'm gonna add in my oranges to try to give the juicer a little bit more juice. Maybe I'm thinking the apples are kind of dried out, and they don't have enough juice in them, so it's clogging the juicer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in some oranges. I'm actually finished with so I'm adding my 4 oranges now, and we're gonna continue the process. So the orange juice is going down way better. I'm thinking that the apples weren't dried out. Anyways, we're gonna finish this up, and I'm gonna show you guys. Let me show you what I got going on. Just quick intermission. This is the pulp that's coming from the oranges and the apples. I'm going to take these and I'm going to freeze these, and I'm going to use these as smoothies. I'm going to let them freeze, and then I'm going to add them all to one container, and then we're going to use these as smoothies. That's the pulp that was coming out of the juice. I just turned that to some applesauce, and I'm going to eat that later. Now let's get back to the video. First juice done, and make sure you clean as you go. Have a bag for the pulp to just make things easier. Make sure you clean as you go, guys, because cleaning as you go is going to definitely make your life easier. Pulp is very messy, so you want to keep the area as clean as possible. You want to just clean up as much as you can. You see something out of place, just put it in place to make your space a little bit more easy to manage. But we have, in this juice, we have 6 green apples. We have 4 oranges. We have 4 oranges, 6 green apples, 4 oranges, and we have 2 lemons with the skin. Guys, this is drained, and this is how we're looking. If you can see, the juice is actually brighter since we've put in the lemon, and then we put in the orange juice, so it lightened it up. This is our green juice. Let's go ahead and taste it. Wow. This stuff is seriously amazing. You can substitute the lemons for key limes, but this stuff is seriously amazing, awesome. One of the best juices I've ever had in my life. I'm gonna leave this plain. We're not adding any cinnamon or herbs or anything to it. I want to just enjoy this juice just how it is. So guys, let's move on to the second juice. For the second juice, we're going to do 6 of these red apples, and we're going to do 2 of these orange apples. So let's get out our 6. Oh, you know what, guys? I'm sorry. 7 of these apples. These are a little smaller than the green apples, and we're going to get these right into. All right, guys. So we have some of the juice ready. We're just going to. What I'm doing is straining in here and then pouring. So we're going from here to the strainer to the bowl, and then we're pouring. This is the red apple juice. Hopefully I don't make a mess. Oh. So that's some of that juice. All the pulp that's coming out of the juice, I'm putting it in a food safe container, and we're making applesauce. I'm adding cinnamon, and we're just gonna make applesauce. This is gonna be for later. I'm gonna eat this in a little while. This is applesauce with the apple and orange puree. Now this isn't the thing that you see me freezing. This is what's coming off of the juice itself. So I'm not throwing the pulp out. This is the pulp, and then the peelings and all of that stuff is what we're freezing, and we're gonna use that for smoothies later. But we're gonna use almost every part. This is like a lifestyle, y'all, for real. It's like a lifestyle. You don't have to just juice and just drink the juice. There are so many other parts of the fruit that you're missing out on, that you're getting rid of when you're just destroying it in the trash. So this is the juice. The pulp that comes off of the juice after we strain it, I'm turning it into applesauce, and then the pulp that comes out of the juice from this, like this stuff right here, like this isn't applesauce, guys. There's no way this will ever be turned into applesauce. It's just the skins and all of that stuff. You can freeze those down and you can make smoothies. So let's finish juicing these red apples. I think we're almost done. So we're gonna go in with our two oranges, and that looks like it may be pretty low. So we may add in like a few more red apples just to kind of boost up the. I may go in with a few more red apples. So instead of we use 7. Because they're smaller, it's giving us a little less juice. Let's use 10. I'm gonna add 4 more in. Okay guys, 10 red apples and 2 oranges later, and we are finished. I decided today, guys, I'm just gonna use these plain. I'm not gonna add any spices or herbs to any of this stuff. I don't feel like it today. Normally I would add in my turmeric and my cayenne and my red peppers, but I'm just not feeling like it today, guys. So we are going to leave this. Another one, perfect. Let's taste it on camera. I've tasted it off camera, that's why I'm calling it perfect. You can't get no better than that. I mean, you're not beating this. This is like pure vitamin C. This tastes like the sun. If the sun had a taste, this is how the sun would taste. And I mean it. All right, guys, for our last juice, set that aside. Make sure you put it in the refrigerator immediately, guys, right after juicing. For our last juice, we're going to do 4 oranges, and I think I'm gonna just since we just have 1 and I don't want it. You know what? I may save this orange to eat later, so I'll eat that whole. But we're gonna do 4 oranges and 1 lemon. And then that's gonna go in a smaller container. I don't expect that to be too much juice. And then, guys, there we go. 3 amazing juices. That'll help push you. I want to show you guys something. This is the pulp that I was taking off of the juice. For some reason, my blender's having my juicer's having this issue. For some reason, my juicer's like, I don't know, you know. But this is all the pulp that came off of all the juice. Right here, guys. All right, guys. So we have 4 juices here, and I want to explain. This was the 4 oranges and 1 lemon. This is the last juice that we made, guys, together. And then I just had to wind up cleaning up, getting everything clean, and whatnot, but I'll show you guys everything we made. I'm gonna show you guys everything we used, we made from the little bit of fruit that we had, including the things we're gonna use for the smoothies and the homemade applesauce / orange sauce. It's really good, guys. It tastes so much better than store-bought applesauce. But let me show you guys what we did. Okay, guys. So I have the green apple and orange lemon juice here. What a beautiful color! If you guys can see that, that's such a pretty color. Then we have our red apple and orange juice here. There's no lemons added in here. There may be a little leftover lemon from here, but there was no physical lemons going into this juice. Then we have our orange juice, no apples, just lemons and some oranges. And then we have a little bit of lemon juice that I had an extra bottle. I found the extra bottle from some ginger, so I used that. I'm gonna let these keep freezing, and then they're gonna go in my morning smoothies. And then that what came off of the apple juice, once we strained it, this was the pulp. This is a lot of pulp. I gotta check that blender and see what's going on. But all right, so this was a pulp which we turned into an applesauce, and this is some of the one that I'm eating now. And so this has some of that pulp from the fruit, and it's really good, really great. Oranges and the apples first, and then use that pulp. You don't want to strain the lemon pulp with this. That's why I did the lemons last for all of them, because these have no lemons in them, guys. This is just the pulp from the apples and oranges, and then I took the lemons afterwards. I put the lemons in afterwards so it wouldn't get mixed up inside of these flavors, and you wouldn't be having lemon smoothie for the breakfast, although that may sound a little wild, or lemon applesauce, because that doesn't really sound that good. So the only thing that's in here is the strainings from the apple and oranges for both of these. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you make any of these juices at home, give me a like. Guys, comment down below what your favorite juice was. All of these juices are honestly phenomenal, amazing, extremely professionally perfected. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Peace.